AHMED, IFL TV, MTK Global, joined by Jamel. Carl Frampton gets his stoppage win.
Yeah, mate. It was potentially always going to be that type of fight. You know, it was. You could see trainer will probably be fighting on adrenaline early on. Difficult situation for someone like Carl, who is always a big atmosphere and stuff, and the potential of maybe dropping down to your opponent's level because you don't feel under threat, which he did a couple of times, and I kept having to remind him in between rounds. Not often, but a couple of times he sort of dipped in and out of bringing himself down a little bit, slowing his speed down, his skill set. But when he navigated the fight well, because you could have been guilty of trying to get him out there too quickly and rushing it and then making it a scrappy fight, whereas he took the sting out of him. He started going through the gears, started working his body, and then he got him out of there. So it was a bit of a strange end. You could see it hurt him at the end of the round before. He caught him with a good one up the middle, and then I think the ref heard the wince off him, and it was good time with stoppage.
Just about shaking the rust off?
Yeah, I mean, you can never do him any harm, especially if he's not damaging rounds. He's not like...
Sorry, walking past me, so I'm like, yeah.
Especially if he's not grueling sort of 7 rounds. It was a sharpening... Cheers, Ralph. It was a sharpening 7 rounds, and like I say, he got the chance to shed a bit of ring rust, get his time in there, go through the gears, and damage limitation.
Yeah, let's talk about the ending as well. It looked like on TV that he was thinking it was a bit of a low blow and wanted to complain to the ref, and then kind of sacked it off. But do you think he was done from when Cole knocked him down before?
Luckily, the ref was in the right position to see the shot land. If he'd have been on the other side of him, he maybe would have thought that it was a low shot. But you could see it landed just right behind the elbow, perfect left hook downstairs. He got him up the middle before that. So yeah, I think he was a late replacement. It's never easy, but no one wants to see someone like that who's coming at 3 or 4 weeks' notice, or he's had 3 or 4 weeks' notice. He's been sat there waiting to get the nod. No one wants to see him take too much of a beating. He was in there with a world-class fighter, and I thought the referee stopped it perfectly.
I think everyone's on the same page in terms of top-ranked Frank Warren, MTK, Jamel Herring this year. Same with you?
Definitely. I think it's good that everyone agrees that they want to have that fight and they want to have it before the end of the year. So Bob Adam said in an interview that they want to do it by the end of November. So perfect for us.
I mean, that would be some history he'd be creating for himself and Ireland, especially if he was to be successful against Jamel.
Of course, what an achievement that'd be. No easy task against someone who's, feats like this, achievements like this, they're never easy, because you look at the size of Carl. He's probably a natural super bantamweight. He's grown into a featherweight. He's nowhere near a natural super featherweight, so all the advantages are in Herring's favour. But for Carl to be brazen enough to try and take it on and want to try and push for that sort of greatness, I admire that in him. And I'd have, if he didn't have that drive and determination, I'd have told him to retire long ago. But he's still got a skill set there. He's still sharp in sparring, in the training. He's still sharp there. He's still able to achieve it. And I think the carrot at the end of a fight like Herring, he's going to bring the best out of him at this stage of his career.
Just before I let you go, a bit of a left field one. Gervonta Davis, do you think there's any legs in this?
You don't know, maybe. You never know. I think they're talking about Santa Cruz. Obviously, Carl's always talks about Santa Cruz because they should have a third fight. There's a lot of fights at super feather for Carl, and Gervonta Davis is obviously a big one. But
he's a superstar, isn't he? So.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, in his own living room, and I think if. Obviously, they're all on the same page with a Herring fight. So, as far as we're concerned, he's Herring at the end of November. But I know Carl, he said it in interviews himself, he's open to any big fights at super feather, at world level, because he's keen to be involved in big fights.
Jamie, well done tonight, and we'll catch up soon, all right?
Thank you, mate.